All right. Well, good afternoon. My name is Thomas, and this is week 8 of our video series. And today we're going to call this thing, What Does Jesus Do with My Sin? Now, I've got a couple of props to show you. Now, see this water bottle here? Let's pretend that this is what we would love to be, right? Look how pure this is. There's no dirt in it. It's just crystal clear. You can see all the way. So we would all love to be like this, right? But we're not. Why? Because we have sin in our lives. Now, look at this right here. Bum, bum, bum. What does this say? Sin. So this bottle represents sin. Now, we would like to think that sin was dirty and scary, right? With lightning and maybe some wind blowing over trees. Kind of sounds like a storm. But sin isn't necessarily like that. Sometimes sin can look really friendly. Sin can look really pleasing to the eye, okay? And what happens is it fools us. And the next thing you know, we're caught up in sin. Now, for you, sin probably isn't like what sin means to me. To you, sin could be something like when you don't listen to what your mom and dad or whoever you live with, when they tell you to do something and you don't do it, guess what happens to us? We get some sin inside of us. Now look at this water bottle. Remember how clean it was? Remember how pure it was? Look at it now. It doesn't look like that, does it? And what happens is as we live our lives and we get more sin, and then look what happens. Look how clear we were. Remember? You could drink it. You could see all the way through it. Now it looks kind of nasty, right? So imagine that your life is like this. Misbehave. We don't listen to what mom and dad say. We maybe hate our brothers and our sisters. We don't want to go to church. All these little things that go on in our lives, and they make us like this because now sin is inside of us and we're not pure. But what does Jesus have to do with that, right? Well, let me say this. Sin has a price, okay? Sin has a price, and you don't want to pay that price because you can't. But who can? This bottle here is going to represent Jesus. Now, this is us, and this is Jesus. Let me get the cross over there, all right? So when we ask Jesus to live inside of us, to be our Savior, right? Here's what he does. We ask Jesus, Jesus, live inside me. I know that I'm a sinner, but I don't want to be a sinner. And I want to follow you. And I want to be done with sin. And all I want to do is follow you the rest of my day. Look at that. Crystal clear again. So, what does Jesus do with your sin? Well, he paid the price for your sin. And the price, unfortunately, was death, which for us means we're separated from him, means that we're not near him anymore, okay? And so that's a very scary place to be. But Jesus paid for your sin with his life. And what happened was when he goes inside of you, he clears out all that sin so that it is no longer a part of us. Now, will we still sin after we ask Jesus to be our Savior? Of course we will. But all we have to do is ask Jesus to forgive us, and he will take that sin away. All right? Thank you. Bye.